Back out in the cornfield again today. They harvested some more corn, so I thought I'd get out there and hunt the two, I don't know, it's probably 12 feet of fresh field. It's not fresh, it's, the field goes back to the 1700s, so, but it's stuff I hadn't been able to do yet, so I figured I'd give that a shot. It's the cornfield again. They've cleared out some more rows. Last time we were here, it was only cleared out to about here, and they did this whole section here, maybe some on the other side. Here's the tractor they're using. I'm sure Jack recognizes that stuff. I don't. But there's, like I said before, just past this patch of trees here, back behind there's another cornfield. Sorry if the wind is bothering you. I'm also trying to test this camera's windability. So we're going to check that cornfield out as well. But all you farmers out there, this is a typical New Hampshire setup. I'm sure it's typical in your area too. I don't know crap about it. I'm looking for missing pieces so I know where they go when I dig them up. Tractor nuts. That's where they come from. I always thought they were in the middle underneath. Some of this stuff. Well, that chewy looking things there. One of them shooty, spitty looking things to a bucket catchy looking thing. Huh? See, I know all the high-tech terminology. Alright. Let's crack on. Didn't produce much at all, except for this one rotten button one I'll show you in a second. And then I went to the back of that property, and that's where I found everything else. So let me show you what we got. First item was this completely disintegrated, I think it's a button, and that would have been the post, but maybe a two-piece button that just got so far rotted. Can't do anything for identifying what it was. I think this used to be, at one point, a button. It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like the shank might have been right there. But it is so corroded. It is just completely wasted. I'll try and clean it up. I don't have high hopes for it. That's all I found so far, all the way from over to that tractor to here. I think I'm going to truck on over to that other field. And we got an eyes only find on a golf ball. Here's one, eyes only. I don't know how fresh it is. Looks pretty new. It's Titleist 3. Which is pretty cool. I got a bunch of golf balls. They gave me some trouble though. Over the last 5 minutes I've been walking around hearing this strange noise. And I don't know if you can see it, but this whole time, if you look right here in my sack, my balls have been rubbing together. Made this weird noise. We got a big old horseshoe. This one gives out a huge signal every time, and I can always tell what it is before I dig it. You outline the shape, it's about the same exact size as your coil. It seems to have no signal in the middle. I haven't found one in a while. It's a horseshoe. Looks to be in pretty good shape underneath all that crud. Maybe we'll do some electrolysis to it this winter and see how she comes out. Cool. 10 feet away from that, an ox shoe. I haven't cleaned these up, obviously. It'll be an electrolysis project for the winter. Alright, not a big silver day, but I got that horseshoe. over there 10 feet away. And this one is an ox shoe. Two-piece ox shoe. There'd be another one, this one on one side of the hoof, and this way on the other side of the hoof. But I do have one ox shoe semi-cleaned, for those that don't know the difference. Everybody knows what a horseshoe looks like. This is a typical ox shoe. Next was this, it looks like the outside of a snap. And probably 8 inches deep here. Some sort of button. It's got lettering on it. I can't quite read it. The writing on it is interesting though. Down around the, I don't know which is top and bottom. Down around here it says P-A-D-A-I-S. Or is that an R? P-A-D-A-I-S. Padius Royal. And then across the top it says K-E-R-C-K, looks like a Roman numeral 2 O-F-F. It almost looks like Russian to me, but I don't know. Then there was this one. So this little rascal, I chased it over here and I chased it over there. For the life of me, I could not figure out what it was. And then I found it and I was like, oh! Wah, wah, wah. Sorry. Just the letter O. I actually think this is a 0. And it would have been like the number on the house. If the house was like number 105, if there was ever a house there. Which I think there may have been. A bronze ring or a copper ring of some sort. I don't think it's a jewelry ring. I think it's a piece of a chain or a piece of equipment, some sort of a link. This is the second copper or bronze ring that I've found. Not today. This one's either D-shaped somewhat, or it's supposed to be round and it's been oblonged by a plow. I don't think it's a ring, like jewelry, but it's cool. About 4 inches down in that mess. This cool flat button. And out of this plug, probably, I don't know, 6 inches deep, a button. A nice big button. It's got lettering on the back here. There's a little itty bitty piece of gold left from the gold gilt, whatever you want to call it. Dip, plating. Cool. Which, to the best of my abilities, it's got some crud at the top blocking some of the letters. But that says, to me, I think that says double. Double, maybe? Doyle? Doyle or double? There's one little tiny piece of gold left. Right there. I found gold today. I'm counting it. Then there was this bugger. It's got a pinched lip all the way around here. Inside of that is a rubber O-ring. And then about 3 inches down is this. Not exactly sure what it is. I think it's got a, looks like a piece of thread or leather or something in it here. It was ringing up in the penny nickel bouncing around kind of range. It's kind of heavy. And this looks like a latch piece. So I'm going to guess this is a cast aluminum gas tank cover, where the other opposite end of this would be a hinge, unless this was the hinge and it's broken, and it would close and click, and that would be like the latch that held it shut, I'm guessing. My second favorite find of the day was the guts of a pocket watch. And this is why sometimes you're tempted to dig scrambled signals. This one was all over the board. from silver dollar to nickel and everywhere in between all at once. I mean, if it didn't go so high, well, even still, I thought it might have been a tin can, but I pinpointed it and it was pinpointing real small. And it's this. Looks like the one section of the guts of a pocket watch. I don't know how old it is. I have to clean it up some more. That's something that's always been on my list. So now I got one. Hee hee! I cleaned it to the best of my abilities and can't find any discernible markings. I have to do some more cleaning. That looks like could be something right above my thumbnail there. I'll try and get some more off of that, but that's pretty cool. It's always been on my list of things to dig. And then was this beautiful mercury dime. And we are on the board with silver. Haha! It's a mercury dime. Yee-haw. Can't get a year off of it just yet. Hold on, let me check. 1923, I believe. Really black. Right here. Probably 3 inches down. Yeah! Silver! Yeah! Got me some silver today. Very happy with that. Very happy. Didn't look like silver coming out. It's so black. But it's in pretty good shape. 1923. I'll probably end up polishing that. And a Bob's Digging It compulsory iron ring. These things always hit up as quarters. But then when you pinpoint it, and it drags you away from where you thought your quarter was. So you dig where you thought your quarter was, and these are always in the sidewall of your plug, because your quarter signal is actually the ghost or the halo that rusty iron throws off. And I'm heading back to the truck. Probably have a good 20-minute walk, hopefully longer if I actually find stuff to dig. But in this hole, one compulsory iron ring. I like it. That one's for you, Bob. This really cool bag seal or bale seal of some kind. I don't know what that plant is. I don't know if it's a flower or if it's supposed to be a corn stalk. And I can't quite get enough of the lettering off of it to read what it says. You know, I can't make it out. I was hoping I could. I know what each letter looks like, but it's so hard to put it together in a word. So I don't know if it's foreign or what. Now here's a bag seal of some sort, or bale seal, I'm not sure. You can see it's folded over. The lead piece came through this way and then it was smashed over. This one's actually legible. Has a picture of some sort of plant on it. I might actually be able to look this one up and see what it is. Something leads. I don't know. But it's cool. You can see how this piece would fold over and this lead stub would stick out, and then they would press it down to mushroom it over the rest of that. And on this side would have been the stamp with the company symbol on it. So that's it. Pretty. I'll tell you what. This hunt right here is one of my favorites in a way, because everything I've dug in every one of my other hunts across the board is represented in this one hunt. You know, horseshoes, ox shoes, a coin, an old button, you know, compulsory iron ring, everything is here, and some firsts for me. The pocket watch innards was a first for me. So all in all, all around. Oh, and golf balls. 4 of those suckers today. And oh, bag seals as well. The only thing that's not represented here today that I usually find in a hunt is a bullet. I didn't get one bullet. Oh, no, I did. I'm sorry. I did. This one was about 5 feet away from a gopher hole, so I'm assuming that was its intended target and missed. But there's a smeared bullet. So, and iron nails, aluminum, wire, everything is covered. Soup to nuts. Thanks for watching. Swing it, beep it, dig it.